What do you say to those people who were doubting your brother the entire season?
Man, I'm still shocked, especially when former players that are now reporters are saying that, because if you actually watched him play throughout the year, he was crushing people all year. I was posting blocks of him, just pancaking guys, and so his performance never went down. It was just his stats. And what ends up happening is, fantasy football, everyone playing, everyone wants to see the stats. And because they weren't there, all of a sudden, everyone now consider him a bust for this year and a shell of himself and all that. But really, if you watch the game, you watch what he's doing out there, he was crushing people all year long. And finally, when fantasy football ended, all of a sudden they started highlighting how well he was actually playing and blocking. Now they're coming out saying, he's the most unselfish player on the team, which, he's out there doing whatever he has to do to get the job done. And, they're one of the best rushing teams in the game because they're running behind him. The O-line's great. The running backs are great. Everyone's great, but his blocking, it's unreal what he's doing out there.
One of the storylines is going to be retirement. Is Gronk going to retire after this season? He's only 29 years old. School us in on the retirement. Is that something that could happen if the Patriots win the Super Bowl?
Man, I think that's a question that I don't think anybody actually knows the answer to at this point. There's so many emotions going throughout a season, throughout an off season, throughout a game. I think that's probably the last thing on anybody's mind right now. You don't even think about that stuff when you're going into a huge game like this. But I couldn't tell you. I don't even think at this point that he knows what he's going to do after this season.